Well, I'm certainly not breaking any news on the MrBeast situation as a dude who never fucking watched him. My favorite thing about this now is how many former employees of the MrBeast company are coming out and just not just trashing on the Ava Chris Tyson situation, but trashing specifically MrBeast and the very nature of his content since the beginning. And I feel like that's the most underreported part of this situation so far. See, everybody's able to point directly at the Discord chat they had and all the not safe for work and all the nudes that people were posting and the confirmation that MrBeast was well aware of Chris Tyson sending nudes to minors and talking sexually with minors on Discord. That's pretty much just out and indisputable, and everyone's like, that's bad enough. But what really fascinated me, especially as a fucking old ass adult now, is just what kind of channel MrBeast actually was. I've never watched any of his videos prior to this controversy, but I've heard of him and seen like maybe an interview or two of him. And one of the famous claims is always MrBeast doesn't fake his videos. Well, I watched this video, one of the best exposés of him by a former employee, this dog pack guy, whose video on him, you should look this up, has got nearly 6 million views now. And I think that is the most important video to watch if you want to have an insider's perspective and an expansive expose of MrBeast specifically. You got to watch this one because it talks mostly about the kind of content MrBeast actually put out. Now, if you're a video game fan like me, and if you're watching me, you've probably seen that I talk a lot about video games. What's one of the things we've freaked out the most about in the past 10 years? Video games as like a scam, loot boxes, introducing gambling to children, getting through loopholes with illegal sweepstakes and illegal gambling. Just somehow, and the EU is about the only country that even gives a remote fuck about this, by the way. They just basically get to scam children all day. We're so mad about that with video games when that's what MrBeast has been doing for years and years and years. He does all these sweepstakes where you're legally supposed to put in there no purchase necessary because you're not supposed to do purchase necessary sweepstakes in America. That's basically what he's done constantly. He does all these shirt drives, buy a shirt, maybe win a Lambo or some bullshit. And my favorite thing is he exposed how many times MrBeast basically did shit like that, and especially like you're paying $40, $50 for a signed shirt, and you can see on video in some of these shirt drive videos that he did, and I can't believe how many videos he did where it's basically like a telethon, like give me more money, buy more things, and they're signing shirts, and you can see people other than MrBeast signing his signature on shirts there on camera. And there's so many people who bought his shit as like a collector's item. Guess how well you can confirm whether or not it's his actual signature on the shirt? You can't. And so he's a fucking scammer. And not only that, but he does like all these game shows where people can win hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Guess how many times he was just putting his own friends, his own girlfriend, publicists and employees of his channel in these fucking contests? Pretty much every single fucking time. And most of the time, they're the ones who win. So that's a scam. How many times did he, what's the word I'm looking for? Say he doesn't fake his videos when you can see like there's CGI on various stunts. A lot of the videos with shit where there's like a countdown timer, they're CGIing in the fucking timer and it's like not even that well hidden. The guy basically does fake pretty much all his videos. I met a bunch of people who are like mad, like where they've actually younger people who've seen a lot of his videos and going like some of the stunt shit he's done to people is like borderline illegal because of like how torturous and like physically like demanding and dangerous some of these stunts are. But it's like he's faking a lot of the stunts and he's putting in plants. The contestants are employees of the company. So it's like, can you even say that he's endangering people when so much of his content is undeniably fake? So the dude basically promotes gambling to children, has basically been, if not a scamster, at least a really, really cutthroat, ruthless, soulless fucking mercenary businessman about everything. You know, he'll sit there and say repeatedly, oh, we're not going to make any money, we're giving away too much stuff. And then, you know, this former employee Dogpack is leaking out like how much money they made in like one charity drive video or not charity drive, one shirt drive, like buy my shirts and maybe you can win a car or win $1,000, or I'm putting $100 bills in these envelopes or whatever. Like one of those videos that the guy posted from way back when MrBeast only had 44 million subscribers. He's like, yeah, this one video made $1.7 million. And then he was able to say, oh yeah, and from this video, guess how many people are claiming online they didn't get their shirts? Or, hey, they read out my name as a winner of a prize and I never got the prize. Like, apparently it's been right there in the open how much of a fucking scammer this guy is. Like a complete fraudster. And it's been out in the open for many years. But there's something about MrBeast where it's like, I don't know if there's a disconnect where boomers like me are not watching this guy. So nobody who's a grown-ass adult who would pay attention to a bad actor like MrBeast, nobody's actually got eyes on this guy. I don't know if, you know, he's so popular that people are afraid to talk about him. I don't know if he's got so much money that he pays off people who could talk about him. I don't know any of that shit, okay? That's all alleged or guesswork or whatever. But what is true is if you take even just a cursory look at the nature of his core content, it's bullshit. It's not just shitty, you know, dumb kid shit. It's scams and fake videos and, you know, I guess that's sort of the standard. I mean, I don't know if there's any of these kid targeting people with these big giant channels that don't steal content, that don't fake stunts and don't fake pranks and don't use actors. I don't think that's that common. So I don't know if that's even all that big of a revelation to say. However, this guy's reputation as a philanthropist has to be called into question. That, dude, if basically your entire internet identity and your entire channel is kayfabe, it's pro wrestling, shouldn't people be looking at your charities? And then, you know, if you look at the nature of the Feastables expose where this guy says, oh, I wanted to make candy and cookies and shit, but make it healthier and better than Hershey's and shit, so that if the kids are eating junk food, at least they're eating my junk food. And it turns out that his shit is in absolutely no way any healthier than Hershey's. In fact, it's usually, even if it has maybe less sugar per portion, the overall product is 20% bigger than the Hershey's bar. So it's the same caloric intake and actually has more sugar in the entire package. And it's just like, that's so scummy, especially this, oh, I care about the health of my children. Let me sell candy and hamburgers and chocolate as my food brand. And then you look at the MrBeast burger, which is what I think they call a ghost kitchen, which means that it's not even a franchised restaurant. Like, you don't franchise out the restaurant, you don't franchise out signs. What you do is you say, here are the ingredients to make a MrBeast burger, and anybody can just buy the license to make MrBeast burgers at their restaurant and sell it to people. And how many of those are just shitty fucking kitchens that are sending out raw, fucked up, doesn't even look remotely like a MrBeast burger shit? And it's just, what a humiliating thing to just say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna whore out my brand to shit stack health code violating garbage restaurants just so that they can make money and I can make money selling my name. That's so fucking sleazy. So that's just the tip of the iceberg with this guy. And that's an entire separate issue from the fact that he closely associated with and was tight business partners with a known child grooming pedophile creep show like Ava Chris Tyson. So the situation's only going to get worse and worse and worse for this guy, but this is one of the first times where we're seeing a cancellation. And if you look at MrBeast's live subscriber count, I don't know, maybe his growth has slowed, perhaps, but it's not reversed. People are not unsubscribing from MrBeast in droves. And how many young kids are aware of or even able to grapple with the problems, the scandals going on with MrBeast? Is there so much of a disconnect between this guy's audience and this guy's close ties to YouTube and this guy's incredible amounts of money that he is too big to fail? He's too big to defeat. He may be the dragon that nobody can slay. The only thing that could possibly affect this guy is for more and more people to be aware of and talk about what a fucker he is, to the point where maybe there's actually letter writing campaigns from parents of this guy's audience. I want to hear more people come out and post on social media saying, yeah, my kid bought this and never got that. I want to hear more of that, because I think, maybe live in a society where not enough people are going to care about a sick fuck like Chris Tyson, especially now that MrBeast has finally kicked the dude out of the company. I don't know if that many people are going to care that this guy's a scammer, but if enough people say, hey, he hurt and disappointed my kid, that actually might be something that can actually take a bite out of this dude. But I don't know if anybody can slay this dragon. MrBeast may be too big to beat.